Naka article. First question for you is everybody clear on the difference between tacit and explicit knowledge and really get what tacit knowledge is?
I really liked how he talked about including everyone in the thought process, which I think is incredibly important. You know, including those low-level employees who are close to everyday functions, who you know, aren't necessarily, they're not going to be part of like the big overall kind of thing, but if there's something that can improve, you know, efficiency and proficiency and that kind of thing, like they're gonna be the people that you need to talk to. And if those lines of communication aren't open, like you're hurting the company.
And a lot of these ideas are rooted in some of the nicer qualities of the Japanese management style, because they feed right into a lot of the things people were doing to work on quality improvement. For example, if you looked at well, in this country, Deming, W. Edwards Deming was a really prominent quality expert who did a lot of consulting in Japan and actually was really highly esteemed in Japan. And one of his pet peeves was consultants like himself who would come into a place and only talk to the executives and then take a tour of the plant floor, but not actually talk to people. He was actually pretty nasty to the executives when he would go in and visit a place, and he was really deferential and kind and seeking input from the frontline workers. So sustaining is your bread and butter. It's what you're working with now. Right. It's what you're incrementally trying to improve. It's what you spend your R&D money trying to get better at. It's what most people think of when they think of technology management. So when they're thinking about innovating and improving, and we look at a company like an Apple or anybody making anything that's got a high technological sort of quotient to it, it's the continuous, steady improvement of something, whereas there's something really different going on with disruptive technology. So one of the first
that your company isn't a machine; it's an organism. You know, like a machine is just gonna like do one process and do it over and over and over. And I mean, it might do it, you know, more efficiently than like an organism would, but like an organism is constantly like living, growing sometimes. You know, it's, you know, maybe it's shedding dead skin, growing new skin.
You could almost connect that to like what we talked about with like organizational theory, and like instead of focusing on like internal like processes, focusing on like the environment, and it's like a living thing kind of changing with like input and output.
One thing I thought was interesting was like we say it's like we say it's like a living organism and that it like has flexibility and it can.
The look you just gave him's on camera.
the environment, like.
They thought the whole secret to Netflix was going to be the DVD, and then he realized, well, pretty soon everyone's going to be able to get DVDs anywhere they want. So they switched and had the queue become the thing that was the special thing. And then the queue was nice, but the queue wasn't enough to make people wait a few days, and then they came up with the one price per month, unlimited model.
And like, I don't want to watch anime. And so like because we both have like personal computers, he's over here and he's watching anime, and I can watch more important things like the real world. So,
well, there you go.
People like always complain, but like since like I've been at school, I feel like I'm almost like out of touch with the world. Like I don't know like what new stuff is coming out.
I know what you mean.
I don't know anything about any.
Because I don't talk. My dad's not sitting reading the newspaper, and he doesn't cut out articles and leave them circled for me when I come down to breakfast anymore.